It's a pleasure to connect with the young generation and talk about the opportunities for them in the industry, whether they would like to work in the corporate world or maybe even they're looking for doing something of their own in terms of entrepreneurship. It's a pleasure to talk to the students. So I actually come from the industry myself, about 25 years of experience in the corporate sector. Last few years, I have been in education because, when I was in the corporate sector, I realized that, the students that come out of colleges and institutions are not really the kind of product that we need. And therefore, I had this innate desire to, connect with the education and try to share what we really require. In the process, I ended up shifting to the industry, education industry, and I'm actually enjoying it here. So it's been about 4 or 5 years that I've been into education and talking to youngsters on how they can prepare themselves for their career ahead through the right set of programs, so that the relevant programs makes sense to them. So if your permission is there, then I can probably go ahead and share some thoughts in form of a presentation. Yeah, please go ahead. Sure, thank you so much. So um, I work with UPES, University of Petroleum Energy Studies, based in Dehradun, and the responsibility for me is enrollments. But I would not talk necessarily about enrollments. I would share some thoughts on what the industry needs from the youngsters, and also, what kind of programs the youngsters can pick up, so that they become more relevant for the industry, and it is the industry who looks for them rather than they looking for the jobs. Having said that, let me quickly share some thoughts in form of what the background of UPES is. So UPES is, a university, beautiful, one of the most beautiful campuses, university campuses in Delhi, in the country, amongst the top 10. And we have about 79 industry-focused, industry-led, and industry-designed, delivered, and endorsed programs. When I say industry design delivered, I'll in the next slide share why I'm saying so. In the meanwhile, we have connects with about 100 plus universities globally, and also a lot of academic collaborations with industry giants. The university has been around for 14 years, and many batches have graduated out. We have secured fantastic placements almost since the beginning. In fact, last year, if I recall, our placements were 92% of the students who were eligible and who had opted for placements, who could secure opportunities in the corporate world. Alumni base, which is almost close to about 10,000. And when I say alumni base, what I mean is these are the people who have reached various levels within the corporate world. So there's a strong backing in terms of guidance, career guidance, and opportunities that can be shared by the alumni. And they also give us a lot of industry insights and also help us connect with many of the industry giants to take care of our program upgradation, etc. UGC approved and NAAC, NAC accredited is what UPS is. About 10,000 plus students. In fact, they've gone to 13,000 plus now. Over 550 full-time faculty members based in Dehradun. This is in addition to the, additionally, there are faculty who come as guest lecturers or take some small courses. They come from the industry or from other, colleges and institutions. But this is 550 are the actual full-time faculty members. Once again, as I said, talked about internships and placements. We offer internships. We support students with internships across their domains of interest. This is a quick background, but when I say industry endorse, this is actually what I really mean. Because as you see, when you're trying to do course on, let's say, BTech Aerospace, and if you have a MiG-23 on campus, the student can actually visualize what a spacecraft is, what a aircraft is, And if you're talking about oil courses, petroleum, For example, we have a program called BTech Applied Petroleum Engineering Upstream or Gas. If we have an oil rig on campus, which we are the university probably who has this kind of an infrastructure, the students are in a position to visualize what is an oil rig. And this is a smaller version of oil rig. In the industry, you have much bigger ones, but then you get to visualize things. Similarly with, let's say, fire and safety training ground, you understand how to handle various kinds of fires, what kind of grades of fires are there, how could you handle those things in terms of prevention and action both, and so on and so forth. So these are the programs which are implemented in association with various industry giants. Of course, there are a lot of advantageous latest labs that we have on campus. And coming back to the point of industry led, so for example, I'll give you simple 5 examples here. We have a collaboration with academic understanding with L&T Group. So on our course like BTech Civil Engineering is, which has specialization in infrastructure, this is endorsed and developed with input from L&T, and they share us with what should be the curriculum for today, so that when the graduates move out having done their program, they are employable. So this is just an idea. Similarly, we have another program which has got support from Cisco, and there are multiple programs which have got support from IBM. In fact, IBM is the first ever, the collaboration that with the IBM did this first ever university collaboration in the world with us to offer their programs academically. Xebia is latest addition to the portfolio, and there are a couple of programs from Xebia. Very few people would know them, but they are the big shots in DevOps and big data. Similarly, with organization with Philip Carbon Black Limited, PCBL, we have BTech Chemical Engineering and Refining as elective subject. So there are many of these programs that are industry designed, delivered, and certified. Let me explain you how we are structured as a university. So there are 5 schools: School of Engineering, School of Computer Science, School of Design, School of Business, and School of Law. Across these schools, we have programs in UG, that is undergraduate, and PG, that is postgraduate segment. Of course, we also have doctoral programs, but the relevant ones here are marked in green. As you can see, these are the undergraduate programs, and I'll keep my focus here because I understand most of the audience today is focused on the undergraduate programs. So we have BTech in engineering, which are non-IT programs here, and then we have BTech in computer science school, which are more to do with IT, and then we also have Bachelor in Computer Applications. Similarly, in School of Design, we have BDES. School of Business, we have BBA and BA Public Policy, and accordingly, in School of Law, we have LLB. And in fact, we have some innovative BA LLB, BBA LLB, and BTech LLB. So these are techno-legal programs which are highly specialized in the industry. Wants these kind of graduates to be hired once they are done with the program, because typically you see the students who graduate out are either either technical people or they are legal, but then there is hardly any combination available which is techno-legal. So that's what puts us in the commanding position here with some of these programs. While on this, I would quickly like to share the list of programs that we have for engineering, and that you can see these are marked in different colors. So besides the petroleum related programs, we also have chemical engineering, geoscience, geoinformatics, mechanical, mechatronics, automotive design, aerospace with avionics, electronics and communication, electrical, civil engineering and infrastructure development, fire and safety. Let me share with you why these are different. While most of the universities offer you typical vanilla, electrical, mechanical, civil, and the students face this challenge of employability. Out here, when the student invests his or her 4 years in a particular domain, specializing in a particular program, This child, when he graduates out, he or she graduates out, is actually a preferred source, resource for the organization, because this child, he or she knows the nuances of that industry, the USPs, the competition, the terminologies, the projects, the softwares, etc. So from the recruiter's perspective, this child is actually, this professional, budding professional is actually, um, for all practical purpose, is a experienced candidate rather than a fresher. So while this candidate is taken as a fresher, but in the minds of the recruiter, this is a very specialized resource available. So they prefer to hire from UPS, and I'm not surprised when the recruiters visit us. They say, why should I go to some other place? Because when we get specialists here at the cost of freshers, why should we not consider this? So that goes in our favor, obviously. Having said that, let me quickly move on to the computer programs. So in BTech, we have cloud computing, virtualization technology, open source and open standards. There's a huge list of programs. You would find them very exciting, and these are the programs that are offered in collaboration with IBM. IBM supports us. IBM, trains our teachers, trains our mentors, provides us the right updated curriculum, and so on and so forth. Now, in the second last and third last of this program list, you can see DevOps and big data in collaboration with Zabbia. Now, these are things that many people have not even heard of. But when you realize that these are the technologies that are in demand and will be in even greater demand in the times to come. So I guess these are some of the special: foreign trade, e-business, digital marketing, financial analysis and services, media. And then we also have general management programs which specialize in HR management and marketing and operations, besides accounting and information systems and power management. Similarly, for BA, as I said, in law, we have a combination of BA LLB, BB LLB, and even BSc LLB or BTech LLB. If you see on the right side, the specializations are quite unique: energy laws, corporate laws, taxation law, media and entertainment law, criminal law, labor law. You realize that there are different industry sectors where they need specialists like this. So doing a course which has got highly specialized outcome, there are organizations willing to pay even higher to pick up students who have done these kind of programs. So these are advantageous programs, and not many universities out there have such kind of specializations available. Talking about design, so we have a Bachelor of Design program, and look at the specialization, transportation and mobility, industrial and product, communication and media in terms of graphics, interaction, animation, and VFX. In fact, even interior and retail spaces. You ask a designer or an architect, they will tell you that these are the specializations in demand and will continue to even grow tomorrow and day after. So idea is to do courses that will prepare you for tomorrow and not today. And that's the differentiator. Let me just quickly touch upon BA. That's also BA Public Policy and Administration with IS coaching thrown in, and BA Economic Honors with Energy Economics. Here is just a quick partial list of recruiters. You will see almost the who's who of the Indian industry. In fact, if you go to our website, www.upes.ac.in, pick up the section where we talk about placements, you'll find a list of recruiters over the years, done on an alphabetical basis. And I don't know if there is any alphabet that is left in which we do not have a recruiter by that alphabet and by that name. So we have a huge list of recruiters. In fact, I remember last year we had about 325 odd recruiters who came for our campus hiring, and this year, while the campus hiring is still on, we have already a huge number of recruiters that have already done the recruitment. Some more here. So you can see across domains, across verticals, across industries and geographies. What you can actually do, we have a couple of interesting and very absorbing events coming up in the couple of weeks. So one we have on 20th, which is exactly 7, 8 days from now, 20th of April, which is a Friday at Jaipur. And another event coming up in Delhi on the next Sunday, which is 22nd of April, which is in both these events, in Jaipur and Delhi are scheduled at 11 a.m. onwards. It just requires a registration. You can register free on this toll-free number, or you can contact our representative in that area. You'll get the details on our website. You will come and you can actually experience our campus without actually visiting our campus in Dehradun. We are using some very innovative technologies like virtual reality to take you to campus. Remember those days of Dr. Spock? You could actually use those VR and experience the campus in a three-dimensional actual feel. So you could do that, and it's called Unleash. Watch out for these set of programs, as I said, in Jaipur and Delhi, 20th and 22nd. There's another thing that is coming up if you're a little more lazy. On Saturday, this Saturday, which is tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Watch out the channel ET Now. You'll find a program called What Makes UPS one of India's finest educators. Now this is a coverage at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow evening on Saturday, 14th of April, and a repeat telecast on the next day, that is Sunday, 15th April at 12:30 p.m. Watch out, and then make your decision to go for the Unleash program, as I said in my last slide. Here it is, in Jaipur and Delhi. Experience UPS and understand what do we have for offer for you. Make an informed decision. I can only quickly share what we do differently, and we are probably the only university in the country that sends out our faculty for internship. You have heard of students going for internship. We send our faculty for industry internships, and mandatorily they spend 2 to 4 weeks in the industry and learn about the latest challenges, new technologies, live projects. And guess what? When this faculty comes back to interact with the students in the classes, their confidence level is much higher. Their case studies are different. Their examples are different. They bring back a lot of knowledge about the project management, software, and tools. And all this translates into a lot of enhanced learning outcomes for our students. And these students, when they sit in front of the recruiter and then they speak, the recruiters are really impressed and they say, wow, this is the kind of product that we want. That's one. Another thing is that we do unique in UPES, and I can almost with a twitch of, without a twitching my eyelid, I can say that not many universities would do something called a roundtable all through the years across sectors pan-India. So for example, we organize HR roundtable in aerospace, logistics, law, oil and gas, analytics, and so on and so forth, about 8 to 10 domains in different cities across the months during the year. Here we call the big shots of that industry. And imagine in one hotel room, you have the who's who of that industry sitting and talking about what are the manpower challenges that you expect in the coming days, and what kind of people are you looking for? What kind of manpower resources are you looking for? And all this translates into our bonding with the university, and they giving us inputs about the curriculum, coming for the guest lectures, interacting with our kids. We let our specific selected students also attend such roundtables. The participation in such roundtables is exclusively by invitation. It is not a paid event, but invitation only event. And we invite not only the bigwigs of a particular sector, but we also invite the HR heads and business heads of the ancillary industry around that particular industry. So thereby we end up building a lot of good linkages with the industry, and that translates to a lot of good placements for our students. So we don't actually have to work that hard for the students as many other universities have to, because our students actually are much more in demand because of their inherent specialization and our fantastic industry connects. And so these, the industry internship for our faculty, and the connect with the industry in form of HR roundtables that we do all through the year, that brings in a lot of uniqueness to our product. And that's how a student can prepare for being much more ready for the industry, rather than just a plain vanilla talk that we have industry ready programs. So industry readiness is actually felt by our students. To polish this, we have also something called PEP, which is Placement Enhancement Program, that we do towards the beginning of the placement season. And PSI, we also say that Placement Selection Improvement Program for our students. So we also have Dale Carnegie-based personality enhancement program. So we have industry-led, in the cutting edge latest techniques that we use to also increase the soft skills for our students. And obviously they become much more employable, as the recruiters tell us. In fact, we have had situations where some of our students have in the next year come back to us and said, we would love to hire our next batch, which was my junior batch. And I think therefore that is another endorsement of our industry acceptance. That's about all as far as this interaction is concerned. I will be happy to take any questions if you have any. Incidentally, I have another slide, final one, which talks about how you can reach us. So you go to www.ups.ac.in, or also seek on the toll-free number. Well, I can take probably a couple of questions. One gentleman called Akshay Datta has asked, do you offer placement opportunities? Yes, we facilitate placements. As you heard me speak, we have a dedicated career services vertical completely, which is set of people based in campus as well as pan-India. Campus to understand and execute the processes at campus, because the students, the companies come to the campus, and for the team that sits outside India, because they are next to the recruiters, they can connect with them and understand their requirements. So together we achieve fantastic placement outcomes. So answering your question, Akshay, we offer placement opportunities. Please do not understand this as placement guarantees. No one in the country can give a guarantee. Just like no one in the country can give a guarantee for passing and scoring highest marks. So, but we do facilitate placements. I think another question I can take is okay. I think there's a candidate called Prachi Gaur. She's asked, are the questions given in the entrance examination of the level of JEE? I think you're referring to BTech, if I am not mistaken. And my suggestion would be to refer to our information bulletin on the website, where you will find section UPS MET. So there's some sections called General English, Quantitative Data Interpretation and Data Sufficiency, General Awareness, General Knowledge, Current Affairs and Business Scenario, Analytics, and Analytical and Logical Reasoning, and so on and so forth. I think most of your questions will be answered there. Let me take one or two more questions quickly. Let me pick up. I have a question from Syed K. What are the internship opportunities, and is that a mandate for engineering students? engineering students have to obviously go through internships. So in most of our cases, it is either the faculty supports the students in terms of organizing the internship opportunities, or the career services. Sometimes we also have the students saying that, I have organized my own, so I would not need support from the university. But the crux of the matter is that every year we have been able to manage 100% internships for all our students. So, remember I talked about the round table. So when we have round tables, we have a lot of organizations and their HR heads talking to us, and many of them do not like to immediately hire a student straight away. So what they say is, can we pick up some of your students for internships, and then basis the performance of the student, we can offer the placement opportunity. So we do get support from our corporate relations team, as well as the linkages that we have with the industry. So trust that answers your query, Syed. Let me see if I have. Thank you, Harmeet, for your compliments. Appreciate that. Harmeet Kaur, yeah. Who else is going to write? I have some more queries coming in. I think someone is writing that you cannot hear me. Trust me, I'm speaking at the loudest I can speak in all senses. I'll be happy to take queries offline as well if there is a way. So I think we are more or less done with the queries. So someone is also asking as to do we have, just a minute. Okay, so Mahinder, P. Mahinder is asking, is there an interview process? How to crack it? Okay. Oh, that's a secret. Okay, our students are just accepted with JEE scores. So we have two ways one can apply through the process. One is the examination pathway, the other is the non-examination pathway. The details are mentioned on our website, but we also accept the scores of our students for the students who appear in our examination. And basis the merit list is made, and accordingly, the students are offered the programs of their choice, depending upon what they've chosen as their preferred programs. We also have a non-examination pathway. Let me just give you a quick update on BTech. All streams, the upcoming test is on 5th of May. This is a pen paper test, and the last date for application for this test is 25th of this month, 25th of April. This will be a 3-hour test from the morning onwards, 9:30 onwards. And I can just share some quick insights on the pattern: maths, chemistry, physics, English language comprehension, current affairs awareness. That is how it will look like, and there'll be a total of 200 odd questions. Okay. And the centers are probably about 50 odd centers pan India. So you can check out on our website for more information. I suggest, most of these things will get answered if you are based in or around Delhi and in or around Jaipur. Do not miss out this Unleash event that I'm saying. Jaipur, it is happening on 20th, coming 20th, which is Friday. And Delhi, it is happening on 22nd, which is Sunday. I will be present on both these occasions, and I will be very happy to take your questions and answer your queries accordingly. And even prior to that, tomorrow, 7:30 in the evening on ET Now, you can see the coverage of UPES on India's finest educators, as well as the Sunday, which is day after 15th April. The same thing is going to be telecast at 12:30 p.m. I guess let's go through this, go through Unleash and go through this program on TV. Most of your questions will get answered, and I'll be happy to answer your questions in person. Thank you so much. You've been a fantastic audience. I can see a lot of more questions pouring in. Unfortunately, I need to close. It's already 7 o'clock. I appreciate your interest and your time in listening in and considering UPS as your preferred choice. Make a good decision. My job here was just to share the information. You do your research, find out why you would like to study here. I've given you some compelling reasons which other universities in the country do not have, but then make your own choice. I will be happy to share more information in person at Jaipur or Delhi. Look forward to meeting you there. Wish you all the best for your career. Do well. Goodbye.